Shalom Aleichem, peace upon you, blessed souls. This is Dhamma Talk, and I'm going to try something. It's not going to be so easy, but I'm going to try my best. I learned with some good friends in our congregation B'nai Solomon. We call it the Frankel Shul. It's in Irey Ites Crown Heights, and we're learning something by the fifth Lubavitcher Rebbe Shalom Dov Ber Schneerson of Lubavitch, who was born in 1860 and went to the next level of life in 1920, and he wrote a seminal work called Taf Ayin Reish Bet. And I'd just like to review some concepts with you. It helps me review, and any questions, comments, and concerns of course are welcome. And with that being said, I'm just reviewing some stuff from Daf Chof, the 20th page, and we should understand that when the Or of the Ein Sof, the light of the infinite creator, meaning the source of all revelations, and we realize that even the Ein Sof, when we say infinite creator, is just a name that we address to acknowledge the divine attribute of the Most High, of constant expansion, of the source of constant expansion. Yes, the universe is in fact constantly expanding, and we want to be part of it. And hopefully we want to bring others on board with this type of awareness that is in fact an expanding universe, which means a universe of expanding opportunity to make it a dwelling place for the Most High. So when we talk about this idea of Or, light, revelation, being manifested through divine attributes, which we call sfirot, it doesn't seem possible to say that Or, revelation, is the light of kindness until after there's some sort of enclothement process. For instance, there's the raw energy that your computer is tapping into, whether it's being powered by solar cells on the side of the computer, if such technology exists. Hopefully it will very soon if it doesn't. Your computer is hooked up to the electricity in your house, or it's running off the battery that's inside your computer if you have a laptop. So the electricity, the power, has to be enclosed within your computer to make your computer work. But we don't define that energy in its ultimate sense as the computerized energy. No, it's energy that existed and does exist and always will exist. Because energy, as we call from, I think it's biology or chemistry, is the ability to do work. So the Most High provides energy, koyach, chayas, power, potential, to be revealed into the creation. And when it's enclosed into a vessel, then we could say, okay, so this is the energy which is suitable for a computer. But the ultimate expression of the energy of a computer is not the essence of that energy, the electricity. The electricity that's allowing me to share with you these points. Because the truth is, the Or of Chesed, the light of kindness, again, divine energy manifested in an action of kindness, can also be the same light, or revelation, which is in the Kli, the vessel of Gevurah, might, restraint. And there are sources, one Kabbalistic Sefer book called Mikdash Melech, which is brought down the name of the Arizal, the holy line of Sfat, of Yitzhak Luria, that Or can be exchanged from the vessel of kindness into the vessel of restraint or might. Meaning, I can take the energy that's being used, that I can access from the electricity flowing into my house for this computer, and then contract it to be used for, say, to turn on a 60-watt light bulb that's on the other side of my apartment. Okay. I'm just assuming, and I might be wrong in my assumption, that it takes more energy to run a computer than a light bulb. I might be wrong, but let's say another example. I have an electric can opener, which within 5 to 10 seconds I can open up a can of food. So that took 5 to 10 seconds, 15 seconds at the most. But here I'm recording a 5-minute plus video, so we could assume that the energy being used here is an expression of the light being expressed in a more kinder way, because more of the energy is being accessed, as opposed to the energy needs to use an electric can opener is an expression of gvura, might, or restriction, because it's only a 5 to 10 second or 15 second maximum burst of energy being accessed by that can opener. So, okay, how can we say, as the Rebbe Rashab goes on, that the Or, the divine light, is going to connect itself more to one vessel of divine attribute over another? Well, one of the ways we can look at this situation is that we can look at, there were two classical schools of thought in the history of Israel, one being Beis Shammai, the other one being Beis Hillel. Beis Shammai being the house of Shammai, who were sharp students in the traditions, the oral traditions of Torah of Israel, and Beis Hillel, who were not as sharp, but they were more numerous, and they received their oral Torah traditions from the teachings, the wisdoms of Shemaiah and Avtaliah, who were the leaders who preceded the generation of Beis Hillel and Beis Shammai, meaning of Hillel Hazaken, Hillel the elder, and Shammai. So one clear tradition came out from Shemaiah and Avtaliah of what the oral traditions would be for Israel. But there was one interpretation according to the house of Hillel, and another interpretation according to the house of Shammai. Really, they were looking at the same teaching, but interpreting it through their levels of understanding, and internalization, and ability to elucidate. Just like, say, we can look at a coin, and I look at the head side, you look at the tail side, or vice versa. I look at the tail side and head side. And so I will be adamant to say the coin is according to what I see on the head side, and you'll be adamant to say what the coin looks like according to the tail side. Now we might disagree on that, but hopefully we'll come to an understanding, an agreement of what the metals are used to make that coin. So on that note, precious souls, this was my first attempt to elaborate on Ayin Beis. I don't have complete understanding of the thing, but this is to give you some idea of what we of Israel learn from the perspective of the Paniniot Torah, Paninius Torah, Chassidut, Inner Dimension of Torah, which are the teachings that we've been told by 7 Lubavitcher Rebbe's, preceded by the Maggid of Mezrich and the Baal Shem Tov, Rabbi Yisrael Baal Shem Tov, the founder of the modern Hasidic movement. These are teachings, hopefully, which will accelerate the coming of Moshiach Tzidkenu, our righteous Moshiach. So Sababa, rejoice, Have Echad, one love, Gorel Echad, one destiny, the Kulana, all of us, Bnei Yisrael, the children of Israel, and the Bnei Noach.